In the middle of the starlit night, old Momena woke up with an unbearable pain in her back. Tears rolled down from her eyes. She wished she was with her daughter Nargis. So, plucking up all her courage in the morning, she started the journey towards Nargis's house through a dark and scary jungle. As soon as she went past the green rice plants, a huge hungry tiger jumped upon her. But she cleverly convinced the tiger to wait and eat her when she becomes well-fed and meaty. Nargis's family were sitting down to dinner, and as usual, 7-year-old Kausar was fussing over the food. But with a soft knock, when they opened the door to see Momena standing outside, the atmosphere changed into a celebration, and they were impressed by her story of how she fooled the tiger. They took her to the GP, and her boring daily routine turned into an exciting one. Instead of staying indoors in the dark, she started gardening under the sun. Instead of eating tasteless dry fish, she was eating all sorts of fresh, oily fish, sunny egg yolk, fortified milk, and marvelous meat. And she completely recovered from her vitamin D and iron deficiency. But the star of her eyes, Kausar, hated all of it. Instead of eating the food off his plate, he was leaving it under the table for the ferocious tiger. So he was getting weak and tired, and he was falling asleep in the school, and his legs were going bandy. As the monsoon was over and the festive month Ramadan arrived, Grandma was getting ready to return home. So the family organized a farewell feast and invited their friends Shaila and her husband Shuman. The table was full of delicious iftar, and Kausar was filling his pockets ready to give it to the tiger. But this time he couldn't escape Grandma's eyes. Suddenly, pale-looking Shaila collapsed. When Nargis found out the reason why, she couldn't believe that Shuman let Shaila fast during her pregnancy, and he felt so guilty. That night, everyone huddled around Momena, and she told the story of the 2 sisters of her village. One of them was very lazy, fond of fries and TV dramas. She remained indoors all day, believing her pale skin would make her look beautiful. Whereas her sister liked swimming in the pond and helping their dad weeding. She loved vegetable and fish. When they grew up, a handsome young man fell for her tanned skin and the energy she had. To everyone's surprise in the morning, Kausar pulled vitamin D and iron-enriched cereal towards him. And just before Momena left the house, he asked, "So what about the talking tiger, Grandma?" She stood really strong on her bones, showed her muscles, and with a smile, disappeared into the jungle like an electric spark. And what happened to the huge hungry tiger that followed her? Well, you can imagine whatever you like.